How I think about freelancing as a system, not a job. Most people approach freelancing the way they approach employment: a title, a rate, a set of tasks, and a client. That framing is limiting. I think about freelancing as a system, a set of interconnected inputs, processes, and outputs designed to compound over time. When you shift from job thinking to system thinking, three things change immediately: how you price, how you allocate time, and what you decide to say no to. You have to think about freelancing as a value engine and not as a time exchange. Jobs reward hours, whereas systems reward outcomes. In a system mindset, the time is an input, not the product. The product is a measurable value, which will be revenue generated, the risk reduced, the speed increased, or maybe the clarity created. The compensation will follow the amount of leverage you have, not the amount of effort you put in. This reframing explains why two freelancers doing the same work can radically make different incomes. One is selling labor, the other one is selling an outcome embedded in a repeatable process. So if your income is capped by hours worked, you don't have a system, you have a solo job. There's three layers to a freelancing system. Every durable freelancing operation has three layers, whether intentional or accidental. The first layer is acquisition, which is how clients discover you, why they trust you, what triggers outreach or conversion to get them to come by you, including content, referrals, platforms, positioning. Most freelancers over-optimize. The second is how the work actually gets done, the tools, the templates, the SOPs, and constraints. That's asking what is staying custom versus what is staying standardized. A systemized delivery layer will reduce cognitive load and increase consistency, which are both prerequisites for scale. The third layer is the compounding assets. This is the most important part. So what about your reusable intellectual property, frameworks, templates, libraries, your audience, and your distribution, the reputation and proof that shortens your future sales cycles? This layer is the difference between perpetual hustle and momentum. The key insight is that freelancers burn out with layer 1 and layer 2 exists, but layer 3 does not. The optionality is the real goal. Most people think that freelancing is about freedom of time. In practice, the real asset is optionality. A system gives you the option to raise prices without renegotiating identity, the option to productize or license we already do, the option to walk away from misaligned clients without financial panic. Jobs optimized for stability, system optimized for choice. So you have to be thinking about specialization as a system decision. Specialization is often framed as a branding tactic. It's actually an operational one. It reduces variance of delivery, it enables tighter feedback loops, and it accelerates asset revenue or reuse. You don't niche down to look smart, you niche down to make the system easier to run. There's 5 metrics that actually matter. They're new metrics. You have to think about the new metrics. Instead of thinking about hours billed, the number of clients, the gross monthly income, you have to track the revenue per client, the time to close, the percentage of work used, the lead source concentration, the energy per dollar earned. These metrics tell you whether the system is getting stronger or you're just getting busier. So now you think about the end game. How are you going to go from a freelancer to building infrastructure? The long-term trajectory of a healthy freelancing system is not more clients, it's fewer, better clients, clearer boundaries, works that turns into infrastructure, products, platforms, or partnerships, equity. At that point, freelancing stops becoming the destination and it becomes the foundation. All right, okay. I sped through that, didn't I?